It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, February 27th, 2019, and it is 7 a.m.
Whoop, whoop.
And we got some decent weather out there. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's not
This is
bad.
beautiful. Do you consider this cold, chilly? What do you consider
Cool.
this? Cool.
A little bit cool. I wore just like a long sleeve overshirt. Didn't have no coat.
I slept all night with the window open.
I didn't even turn the furnace on.
Yeah,
I woke up about
beautiful.
5:15, about 30 minutes before the alarm actually goes off. You know, I'm awake by about
Right.
5 and doze off.
Right.
I thought, I don't think I turned the furnace back on. So
Yeah, we did the same thing. Yeah.
about 5:30, I thought, well, let's see, it's 64. I went up 2 degrees. And shut it back off anyway.
Yeah.
But we do have some winter weather coming into the area, to the viewing area, so we'll get to the weather here in just a minute. Just want to welcome you to the show. Welcome Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis. Today our guest will be Denis Dunderdale, Arkansas Game and Fish. It's always good when Denis is here. Lots of information with Arkansas Game and Fish. And, you know, if you can bring up another screen on your computer, if you're watching by computer, go to agfc.com and you can follow along with a lot of things here coming up in a few minutes. But I'm enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. I hope you're doing the same thing. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. 3 locations, as you heard in the introduction. Balmer Boulevard, which will be very busy between now and 8 o'clock. And, of course, Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. Highway 62 East Plaza, out by Anytime Fitness. Take a look at the menu board, and they've got all kinds of coffees and flavors and blends and this and that. And you can't beat Brewed Awakening Coffee, so check them out. And so, cinnamon rolls?
I like their cinnamon rolls.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to those one of these days. Cinnamon rolls about that big. Have you ever had one of the cinnamon rolls?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dennis knows.
Oh, yeah. With the amount of time Emily spends at the hospital, that's
No,
take her to
You know
admissions
first.
and I go right down that
Go down
hallway.
to Brewed Awakening. There you go.
Exactly.
Check them out. Brewed Awakening Coffee, 3 locations in Mountain Home to serve you. And appreciate Mike and his staff for sponsoring the program. Brewed Awakening Coffee, if you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Right?
There you go.
You drinking smart water again?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
smart.
not so smart. I couldn't afford the smart water, and it wasn't working anyway. So
He's working toward his PhD.
Use the bottle to make
after
it look good.
liquid education.
If you can't drink smart, at least look smart, right?
Boy, we need to take notes, don't we? Oh, the morning prayer is brought to you by Roller Funeral Home across the state of Arkansas and right here in Mountain Home. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state to serve you, 1 right here in Mountain Home, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. The utmost in, I always say respect and dignity and pride. There's so many descriptive words for Roller Funeral Home, but last November, going right through it, I did a little bit of pre-planning in October. Said, well, here's the deal. Here's the papers. Everything was taken care of. Every T was crossed. Every I was dotted. There's absolutely no issue. Whether it's an emergency situation or a long-anticipated passing of a loved one after an illness, perhaps, check out Roller Funeral Homes.
You can just talk to them, and you can see the passion. They have a calling for what they do.
Well,
They
and then
really
there's
do.
so many things we don't think about. Did you try that? Oh, really? You know, and there's like 4 different things. Well, no, didn't. You know, I just didn't know, didn't think. That's what they're there for. Give them a call right here in Mountain Home or across the state of Arkansas. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, and they live up to that with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, my prayer today, Lord, is for our president and the North Korean leaders. They meet and have already met in Vietnam. Lord, we all know there's nothing in North Korea that anyone would want, let alone set off bombs to get it. My prayer today, Lord, is let this summit be set in stone that we want peace. We don't want nuclear war, and we don't want any war at all. We want terrorists to stop. Lord, we want peace. Lord, I pray you give wisdom and guidance to our president as he strives for peace with North Korea. And once again, I pray, give us peace, and that's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring your morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. And now the rusty trumpet. Do it again.
The weather.
It opened my sinuses a bit.
Yikes.
Him and Al Hurt. Winston Marsalis over here. You know who those great jazz artists are, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I notice you can't do it at all, so don't even be. You can give all the crud you want, but until you can dish your back. Oh, that's terrible.
I'm as flat as an uninflated tire. Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora, Century 21 Lemac Real Estate. For all your real estate needs, retirettoarkansas.net.
There you go.
You bet. And I forgot to write the phone number. I think it's 405-0793. Is that a cat?
You looking at me?
I'm guessing.
So you were supposed to have that down pat. Now you just look like you're mumbling through. You're messing up the whole
405-0793. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, and two great friends. I tell you what, fine people, Bob and Linda, for all your real estate needs. Bob and Linda Zadora at Century 21, the Z Team. You see signs all over Baxter and Marion and Stone and Izard County, and up in Gainesville, Missouri. You see the Z Team. You know, for all your real estate needs, the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Let's take a look at the live cam from Cotter, Arkansas, overlooking that's the live cam already?
That's the live cam.
Boy,
it's
that's
already
pretty
bright.
today, ain't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Boy.
Overlooking Cotter and Gasville and Mountain Home in the horizon.
And
Old
just
Shoals
underneath
over there on the
where you
left.
see 07 on the clock, but they don't see the 07 on the clock.
Yep.
We do. Just I've got a clock on my monitor here, and just on the top part of the screen, that's the Missouri horizon there, just past the bridge. But that's the live
It's
shot.
beautiful this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
It's a live shot in the White River, and just
Brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Check them out at retiredtoarkansas.net.
so now when we say it's a beautiful morning, we can prove it right here. Just
There
look,
it is,
look
folks,
at the
right
webcam.
there. So, wow, simply gorgeous. Wow. Right now in Mountain Home, we're at 49 degrees, 51 at Harrison, 50 at Hardy, 45 at Mountain View. Yellville checks in at 48, 45 at Marshall, 49 at Calico Rock. Around the region, St. Louis is at 48, Poplar Bluff 44, 50 at Branson, 46 at West Plains. I wonder if my boys think of Watford City Spring is never coming. It's -9 up there. -9.
That's crazy.
They can expect that, though.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
that far
just-
north, yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the summertime, it gets hot. I've seen it as high as 103 degrees up there, where it's -9 right now. So anyway, on the national radar, we've got a pretty good rain shower in the Gulf Coast right now, moving east from New Orleans over to the panhandle of Florida. Other precipitation in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and then the upper peninsula of Michigan, moves down into Michigan, Wisconsin, all the way over into North Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, as it continues to move east. And other shower activity in North Carolina as well. California, Oregon, Nevada, Washington, Idaho, a little bit in Montana, a little bit in Utah, getting some precip right now. And
I didn't see it yesterday, but apparently northern Missouri had a cell go through.
You know,
They've
when
got
we first
some
got
road
here and I'm loading this
conditions
stuff
and
in, and we've got the MoDOT map, and I said, what on earth? Because yesterday it was all green in Missouri. Have you looked at any Missouri maps? I mean, weather maps?
No.
Well, yesterday it was all clear. We had all green highways, which is clear. And then around the Kansas City area we get to here in just a minute, it had some, it's got some roads that are, got some caution signs on it. Right now we'll take a look at the weather advisories. You can see Oklahoma and Missouri and Kansas with a winter weather advisory. Now, folks, this is right on the Arkansas state line, and so I call it a Missouri hangdown. You know, if it just happens to slip across the line, we're going to get hit with something. Fog advisory in Texas right now, but as you can see this area right here, if we can see the little pointer right here, what would be the dark blue, I guess it's showing up as dark blue on the screen, winter weather advisory. Same thing in northern Illinois, eastern Wisconsin, parts of Michigan, and eastern Iowa at this time. Now the 7-day forecast shows 30% chance of rain for today for us, 50% chance tonight. We go from 55 degrees to 35 degrees, and then Thursday 40% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, high of 41. Thursday night a low of 31. Friday, a high of 51, mostly cloudy. Friday night, more showers move through with a 20% chance, low of 36. Saturday, 40% chance of rain, high of 45. Then it drops to 25 degrees with a wintry mix on Saturday night. Moves into Sunday with a 50% chance of snow, light wintry mix, a high of 32.
I'm going to tell you what, and I know they're working on the same thing, but it just depends on which model they're using.
They have the Euro models and the U.S. models, and
let me see now. According to weather.com, they're looking at 1 to 3 inches Saturday night.
For here? Well, with it, I mean, you know, you look at this map right here, and it's sitting on the Arkansas-Missouri line. It can't help. It's not going to stop just because it says "Welcome to Arkansas," you know.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it could slip across the line. So, yeah, that is that possibility. So the 7-day forecast, you know, like you know, when you're watching the TV, if it does this, it could do this. If it goes here, you know, it's just the movement is what to look for. Anyway, no drought situations in Arkansas, Missouri after all the rain. We'll check iDrive Arkansas real quick. And road conditions right now should be very good. Everything is green in the state of Arkansas. Where you see the blue circle X, that's indications of water over a road somewhere. We'll go down to Camden, Arkansas here. Highway 7, high water in Ouachita County. Both lanes are closed. Total distance of about 4.6 miles. And there's no detour at this time, and that was, well, it's been a while. It was updated on Sunday. So hopefully they'll reset some of this stuff. And then the MoDOT map we're talking about. See here, look at this. We even got a purple stripe up in here. I think that's just west of I-29, and that means we got some covered roads here, partly covered to mostly clear in northwest Missouri from Tarkio area back over to Kansas City, and even on some of the interstates. They're showing it here. And that's the only issue. Yesterday that was all green, so yeah, I must have missed something. I don't know. Weird. Let's go back and take another look at that radar. We'll hit the Arkansas. So I'm going to see if there's anything in Arkansas. We got time for that, Scooter?
You didn't do any of the local radars.
Yeah, I got to get the local stuff in here. Just tracking some of the stuff. The Little Rock radar looks pretty good. A little bit north of El Dorado to Pine Bluff, a little bit across the Mississippi River. All highways right now in Arkansas are clear. 62 412 east-west, 65 north-south Branson, Little Rock, 67 167 Batesville, Poplar Bluff in good shape, and then your interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555. Look like it's pretty good there. Yeah, that winter weather advisory, that's I wanted to hit that real quick. St. Louis, I-70 east looks good there from Columbia, then east of Vandalia, Effingham, Illinois looks good. I-64 east St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon in good shape. 44 comes in from Rolla to St. Louis, and I-55 Sykeston Cape into St. Louis, pretty good shape there. Southwest Missouri, just trying to see, because sometimes the national radar will not have anything. You can pull up this small radar and it'll bring it up. Now see, there's that brown area. See that it's showing up around Harrison and then around Huntsville area over in here. That, I don't know what that is. It's have you seen that on the radar? That brown area? I don't know what. See it? You can barely see it on the.
I can see it. It's real. It's like a
real
light
light. You know, I-44 Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield in good shape. Springfield on into Lebanon, and Kansas City I-70 east looks good. Jeff City on Highway 63. So no precip coming in. And once again, I'm going to bring up that national map to show that the weather advisory is sitting on the state line. You know, and so, like I say, when it gets to the sign that says "Welcome to Arkansas," it ain't going to stop if it moves south. So just be aware of that. And so, what else we need to cover here on the weather? Just Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team. I appreciate their sponsorship on the weather. RetiredToArkansas.net. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, for all your real estate needs. Right?
There you go.
You got it. An Old Time Restaurant brings you the community calendar.
You're thinking Wednesday. You're
ham and beans or liver and onions?
Yep.
For lunch.
For
What's
lunch,
breakfast?
you got a ham and beans or liver and onions. Come with 2 sides of roller cornbread for $6.88. Or for breakfast, they are doing their breakfast burritos this morning.
So
Side
good.
of hash browns, $5.88. Big old burrito, packed full of goodness. Can't beat it.
Last week when Doug Driesel was here, went over there. He's got to go down Old Time. No, that's what I had. Man, so
Them homemade burritos, man, they're just hard to beat.
oh, they're good. Let me tell you. Let's see. He had the big old omelet, and I had the burrito. Both of them are great. Check them out. Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 o'clock. Best lunch, best breakfast in town. In fact, I've got a 9 o'clock meeting down there today. We're going to enjoy
what I
another
heard.
breakfast at Old Time.
There you go.
And so, community calendar brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. And let me see if I can pull this up. The Mountain Home Police Department Citizens Police Academy, class number 10 for 2019. The dates are Monday, April 8th through May 6th, 6 to 8 p.m. Application deadline is April 5th. And they'll have on April 8th welcome introductions, 15th School Resource Officer Program, K-9 Program, the 22nd Criminal Investigations and Patrol Operations, 29th of April, Special Response Team and Drug Recognition Experts. May 6th, Community Policing, Mountain Home Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association with final questions and answers. Let's see if I've got a phone number on this thing. Must be 18 years of age with no criminal record. You can call 870-425-6336 for additional information. The Mountain Home Police Academy. Have you been? Did you go through that at one time?
No.
I thought you did. That would be fun, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Quilting and Evolving Fabric Art. Take a tour of quilting from the history of traditional quilting to the new tools of the 20th and 21st century to the new directions of art quilting and modern quilting. This is a part of the Calico Rock Museum and Visitor Center. You can call them at 870-297-6100. History portion is April 15th through 22nd. The new tools portion is April 29th through May 11th. And new directions on quilting May 13th through 29. You can call 870-297-6100. Nope. Then they're going to have a Mardi Gras party at St. Andrew's Episcopal Church. This is located at 511 Coley Drive. Tuesday, March 5th, 6 p.m. until they get tired of partying. Come and enjoy a Cajun dinner, beverages, desserts, music by Chaotic Entertainment, dancing, auctions, raffles, revelry. Invite your neighbors, friends to join you. $20 each for tickets. Call 425-3560. And benefits the diocesan, is that how you pronounce diocesan, Robert R. Brown Camp for Disabled Adults. Going to be a lot of fun there at St. Andrew's Episcopal Church. And then I've got some tickets coming up this weekend. Let me make sure the date's right. March 2nd. Yes. On Saturday, I've got 2 tickets for the Northeast Lakeside Fire Department Auxiliary Spaghetti Supper. It's from 4 until 7 o'clock at Northeast Lakeside. It's just east of here. So if you'd like to have these 2 tickets, how can we give them away? Why don't you come by the studio while we're on the air? Just come in behind the cameras. Scooter's here to my right, Dennis be here, and we're not that formal. So we're at 1226 Commerce Drive. I've got 2 tickets right here you can have. So somebody come on down and pick those up.
All right.
So anyway, you got anything, Scooter? What do you got?
No, wrestling season's pretty much the regular season is ended, and we both had state on the high school and youth. There's a handful of kids still training for the national level,
nationals, yeah.
And also for the freestyle. So the nationals won't be until beginning April, and freestyle won't be until May. So we'll keep you posted as we get closer, but right now they're just training and getting ready.
Sounds good. Coming up, Denis Dunderdale, Arkansas Game and Fish. It's always good to have Denis here. A lot of information. Stick around. Be right back.
The best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area? Then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our roll burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me. When When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
And we're back, and it's always good to have Dennis Dunderdale here from Arkansas Game and Fish. He's always here on the last Wednesday of the month. And welcome back. Good to see you.
It's good to be here. Yeah, good to see you guys, too.
So,
last month, the night before or the day before I was supposed to be on the show, I came down with the flu. Oh, man, I'm telling you what. And I wasn't sure if it was really the flu or if I was just had the crud or, who knows what. But, no, it was flu type A. And, oh, man, I'll tell you, for about 3 days, I felt like I got run over by a steamroller. So I did you all a favor by canceling. I have been so
fortunate this year.
Thank you for not coming.
Yes, exactly. Well, and Emily got it too. And interestingly enough, I procrastinated getting my flu shot because she's right on top of that stuff, and she got hers. We both ended up with the same flu anyways.
And see, I didn't get the shot, and I didn't get it.
Yeah, see? And I haven't had the flu in ages.
I haven't either, knock on wood.
I've had it. But anyway, I'm glad that's over with. And still a little bit of, residual stuffy nose kind of effect, but all in all, not too bad. Just tired, man. That takes your energy right away.
Yeah.
Just saps it up.
Yeah, I've had several friends with it. And I just
anyway, we got a bunch of stuff I want to talk about, so I'm going to get right into it if you guys don't mind. First, I want to start with just a few announcements. We've got a lot going on over at the Fred Berry Center in Yellville. That's the Fred Berry Conservation Education Center on Crooked Creek. That's the full name of the place. We affectionately call it Fred Berry or the Fred Berry Center. But it's right there by Kelly's Slab, if those of you that have been around a while all know where that is. Or another way to define the landmark is right across. It's the road you take right across from the Marion County Sheriff's Department.
So they're by the train caboose?
Yeah. If you can see the train caboose up on the hill to your left, it'll be the right-hand turn right after that. Anyway, follow that down, cross the bridge. Once you make that left, there's really nowhere else to go. You keep going, you'll come to it. That's where it is. So anyway, March 2nd, which is that this coming weekend?
Saturday.
Yeah, that's Saturday.
Yep.
We're having a Beekeepers for Beginners workshop.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can see this. There's a thing here. This is actually the Beekeepers Association that does this, because I don't know if you'll be able to read that.
Let me take a picture of it. We'll put it up.
Okay. Okay.
Scooter's adjusting cameras right now. We'll get that.
Anyway, that's for the public. It's open. It's from 9 to 4. It's an all-day workshop. And it's for anybody who wants to either get into beekeeping or just learn more about it. Or really fantastic workshop.
That would be so much fun.
Yep, and they do a good job. Actually, you can have that if that helps you. Yeah, and of course, by the time it'll be over by the time you get to announce it too many more times. But anyway, that's going on this Saturday, 9 to 4. It says over there, does it say registration required on that? Sometimes those things
do. To register for more information, call 449-3484
yep.
or email maryland.doran@agfc.ar.gov. Let me send this to myself real quick. We'll put it on the screen.
Great. That'd be terrific. Yep. I thought that had been sent to you already, but evidently it didn't get over here.
Oh.
There we go. And I'm going to give the Fred Berry phone number because there's a lot of things that you'll want to call over there for. But their phone number is 870-449-3333. 877-449-3484. Which camera are we at? I'm looking out into
Yeah, that
space
one
here.
over there,
Okay. 870-449-3484. And that's the number. If you do get the answering machine, do leave a message. Sometimes folks are reluctant to leave a message because they think, well, they'll never call back. Yeah, they will. They get those. It just means that they've gone out to the field, or maybe they're teaching a class, or who knows. But they'll get back to you. So that's going on Saturday. Now, March 8th, this is really designed for school teachers, but it's for anybody. If there's room in the workshop, it's for anybody. And that's what we call a Flying Wild workshop. We have a program called Project Wild, and it covers birding and bears and all kinds of different things. The premise of the program is to teach school teachers how to train and teach their youngsters about these various disciplines. So this particular one is called Flying Wild, and it's all about birding and to teach folks. If you're a school teacher, you'll get 6 hours of professional development credit for that.
Whoa, really?
Which is, yeah,
Wow.
and most of these programs we do give PD credit, and 6 hours for the full day workshops usually is what you get. And we'll give you a certificate that verifies, so you can take that to your school department and get that credit. But anyway, again, that's March 8th, which I should know what day of the week March 8th is. Well, I've got a calendar right in front of me, so I can look there.
Yeah, just move it around how you need it. You probably need to peel February off of that if you need to.
I'll just peel it up. But March 8th is a Friday, so that's
a week from.
That's a week from this coming Friday. Wow. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep, that sure is. Sure. Yeah, tomorrow's the last day of the month. Boy, imagine that. Where did February go?
I hope it goes away with winter.
February and March are those 2 months that I like to say, okay, let's get on because of the weather. But
January,
But anyway, so that's Flying Wild. March 16th, we're having Hunter Education at the Fred Berry Center. So if you need your Hunter Education card and you don't want to do it online or do the CD-ROM, computer thing, if you want to do a live class taught by live instructors, I'll be one of them, but there'll be others as well. That will be March 16th at the Fred Berry Center. Now that's a long day. That's 8 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night. Okay, and you do need to register for that. You can either call over there, again, that number 449-3484. You can call in to register, or you can go to register-ed.com. And you'll see that's all the Hunter Ed and Boater Ed programs in the country. Of course, you'll select Arkansas, pull it up, and you'll see that class at the Fred Berry Center on the 16th. And then you just hit the registration link, and it'll take you right in.
Real quick, let's throw this up on the screen. Go back to the beekeeping for beginners, March 2nd, 9 to 4. Fred Berry Conservation Education Center on Crooked Creek. You see all the information there. I'm going to add that to my Down on the Corner page too, so people can look at that picture. Yep. So you go Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman.
Excellent.
On Facebook, and I'll post that here in a minute.
Excellent. Now, also, can we pull up register-ed.com? Can you do that?
Sure.
Okay.
Need a separate line for it, and it's register. Yeah, get my glasses on.
Yeah, register-ed.com. Now, there's two ways you can get here. One is you can just dial in register-ed.com, or you can go through the Game and Fish website, follow the either Hunter Ed or Boater Ed links to Hunter Education, and it'll get you there as well.
Register.
Yep, register-ed.com. There you go. Okay, now that one, if you have location services on your computer, it'll pull Arkansas up. If not, you'll have to go over to the menu there and select Arkansas. But that lists every state. And by the way, if you're visiting folks in Colorado and you find out over there that you need it, you can do every state in the country. But of course, we're going to promote the Arkansas one. If you touch up in the middle of the screen, touch Arkansas, and it will give you a choice of, okay, what is it you want to find out about? Do you want to go take a Hunter Education test, a live person, an in-person test? Do you want to go to the Hunter Education classroom, which is what we're talking about on the 16th? Same thing for Boater Education. Now, we only have the classroom for Boater Education because we don't require, if you do the online Boater Education, we don't require that you come to us to take the test anymore.
Really?
You do all of that right online.
Wow.
And when you're done, you pass the test, they'll send you, you give them the money, and then they'll send you a card. By the way, it costs $25 to do that Boater Education online. That is not Game and Fish money. We don't charge a dime. goes to the people who actually own the website and have developed that course, and we subscribe to that, so that's their fee. And then the same for bow hunter education. If you're a bow hunter and you want that card. By the way, if you're going to hunt in the urban hunt up in Bull Shoals or Lakeview, you're going to need that card if you don't already have one. You only need to get it once.
So what's going on with that real quick? They still have overpopulation around there?
Yeah, they sure do. Yeah, we are overrun with does for sure, and they're just as bad, if not more so, than everybody else. They're just one of the communities that was willing to organize an urban hunt to deal with that. There are other communities that would, serve them well to do it too.
Bow only.
Bow only, yeah. There's a fair amount of restrictions that go with that. Of course, you're hunting in town, or you could be. Yeah. So yeah, you've got to be in a tree stand. It's got to be a bow. You've got to take a class. There's other stuff. I'll actually do a show, or at least cover that in detail, maybe in one of the upcoming shows, because we're coming into the time of year where that's becoming relevant. And I'm going to be doing a class, a bow hunter education class, up there in Bull Shoals. In the somewhat near future. I haven't scheduled it yet. In fact, if you happen to be listening, Dale Forbes, I haven't forgotten about getting back to you with a date for that class, but we'll get there. Anyway, so let's just go to, let's see, the Hunter Education Classroom. Okay, just click that. We're up in the corner where it says View Upcoming Events.
Got it.
Click that, and you can either search by zip code if you're going to be in some other part of the state, or you can use my current location, and that will give you choices of how many miles from within your current location you want to get. But as you read down, you'll see there's going to be Hunter Education at Salem High School. That'll be Wednesday, February 27th. That's 8 to 3. I have a feeling that is for school students only and probably needs to not be on the public site, but we'll address that. By the way, that's today, so I guess it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
If you're not already there, it's too late. But then as you go down a little bit, you'll see the North High in Texarkana, there's Lead Hill, there's Ponca, there's Dunderdale, there's Ben. I'm doing one over in Ben, Arkansas. That's actually on the Marion, Cleburne County line. Sort of near Drasco over that.
Really?
If you head 5 south out of Mountain View, you'll come to Ben. It's the last little town in Stone County. Yeah. And then we're going to do it at their volunteer fire department. So anyway, and if you want to do that, then you just click on View Event. Let's just pick that one, for example.
Okay, which one you on?
Ben. Just pick any of them. And it gives you the details of the class, shows a map. You can hit Register Now, and it will take you to a registration screen where you fill that out and you're in the class. There's no fee for any of this. We're always asked, how much does it cost to take the Hunter Ed or Boater? It doesn't cost you a dime. Actually, it does, but you've already paid for it through your 8-cent sales tax, or if you've purchased fishing equipment or hunting equipment, that's where those things get funded. Cool. So we don't charge a tuition for those classes. Anyway, there's a bunch of them there, and you can see how that all goes. And as we add more, of course, we're coming into the time of year where we'll be adding boater education, and I've got a couple scheduled, but we'll be scheduling more as well.
We need to grab a quick break.
Okay, when we come back, I want to talk about our outdoor skills program. We got a bunch of patches. Here's a little tease, and I'll tell you all about that when we get back.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, this is a good deal.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back. $7.35 coming up on 7:36. Denis Dunderdale, Arkansas Game and Fish. Dennis.
Okay, we've just started a new program. It's called the Outdoor Skills Program.
Let me have your big old 8x10 or 12x10 there, and I'll start holding that up.
Oh, okay.
And I'll try to get the glare off the screen here.
And I've got a brochure here. Of course, you're not going to be able to read that, but I'll use it sort of just to kind of keep track and not digress too much. The whole purpose of this program, it's a patch program. We have these patches, and there's a bunch of different disciplines for which you can earn a basic patch. However, once you've got that basic patch, you then start earning higher level patches, and we give those in the form of rockers, and you can see the rockers on the page there. You can follow along with me if you'd like with the Get Involved First Steps on the website. If you go along the cross, touch on the Get Involved tab, then go down to the First Steps in the Outdoors tab, and it will take you down to Outdoor Skills. And if you touch that twice, it will bring up the page for this program, and you'll get to sort of see what I'm talking about with the basic patch, and then the intermediate rocker, the advanced rocker, the expert rocker, and then when you've done all of that, you can become a mentor and get a mentor rocker.
And that patch,
and that would be that middle one there.
That middle one right here.
Yeah.
Which has got the close shot. We need to put it in front of Dennis for. Yeah. Hold it up right there, Dennis, and we'll get that close shot with that camera there.
How's that?
Yeah.
Now we offer these for, there's a bunch of different disciplines for which you can get a patch. Archery is one, conservation leadership, fishing, game calling, hunting, shotgun marksmanship, paddle sports, rifle marksmanship, trapping, watchable wildlife, and we'll be adding to those as well. I know one of the, oh gosh, we had a list of things that didn't make the cut this time around, but we'll add to that.
Let me catch up on that website. It's Get Involved, and what's the next?
Get Involved, First Steps in the Outdoors, I believe it is.
Okay.
Let me see if that sounds right. Get Involved, yeah.
And then Outdoor Skills?
Yep, and Outdoor Skills. Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Here's that, what we were showing, what Dennis had in the frame right there, and we're trying to keep the glare off the lights. That's that patch there on beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert. And you can get it in archery, conservation leadership, fishing, game calling, hunting. Wow.
Right, and we'll just pick one. Let's just take archery, for example. Yeah. And the basic, it tells you what the requirements are for each one of these various levels. So the beginner level is you attend an AGFC basic archery course. Now, that might be me coming to your school, you know, if you come to a school. Now, we're not going to carry a trunk full of patches around if we go to a school. What we'll do, though, is we'll give you a card, and then you can show up at the Fred Berry Center or any of the nature centers and get a card. Or maybe once I've got those cards all filled out, if there's a lot of kids in a particular location, I'll come back with the patches, you know, for kids. But
can I ask a dumb question at this point? We're talking archery, so the beginner. Okay, I want to sign up for beginner.
Yep.
So I get my bow. What type of arrow is for that? You don't want something that you're going to be out trying to go get an elk. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You don't want that razor sharp.
That's right. Those are called broadhead arrows. No, you don't. Broadhead are what you use for hunting, and we certainly aren't going to use those for target shooting. There are target arrows that are made for that. They're called field points or target points.
Yeah.
And they're just it looks like a sharpened pencil, basically, is what that is.
Yeah.
And it will. Now it's still going to. You know, you don't want to get hit with that.
Well, yeah.
But it's not designed to cut you like a broadhead is. However, and if you come and I'm going to get to a point. We're going to offer a whole bunch, well, I say a whole bunch, 6 or 8 of these beginner classes during school vacation week at the Fred Berry Center. And I'm going to run through that schedule during spring break, in March, the middle of March. So anyway, you know, attend a class, but it's got to be a Game and Fish, you know, sponsor class. Now that might be through the Archery in the Schools program. It might be a class that we come and teach. Maybe you're over at the Fred Berry Center on Target Tuesdays, and they'll be offering archery over there. So if you do that, that would qualify. So you do all that. Then, once you've got your beginner patch, then you can earn the intermediate rocker, and that is shoot proficiently from 2 distances of 5 arrows in the red of the target for all 5 arrows in a scoring position of
10 to 15 yards.
I got to put my deal
on. A 3D target at 10 and 15 yards, or participate in an Arkansas National Archery in the Schools program regional tournament.
Correct. Okay, so that will get you the intermediate. And there's some other ways you can do it as well. Complete the Bow Hunter Association or the AGFC 3D tournament. You know, you can do that.
Are you good with a bow, Scooter?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Archery is a ton of fun. If you've never tried it and think that it takes too much skill and it's not something you could learn, please jump in on this. It's not hard. If you're taught properly, basic
it's a lot
technique.
Of fun.
Is it? Yeah. The biggest problem is most folks, like a lot of things, aren't taught properly from the beginning, the basic techniques, and so then they chase problems like golf. You know, you chase those problems for the rest of your life. But anyway, we'll teach you how to do that. Then you can go to the advanced, which is participate in the state tournament, which, by the way, that's coming up this weekend. The national the Archery in the Schools program state tournament in Hot Springs is Friday and Saturday. Of course, if you're involved in that, you already know that. But, or you score a 120 on an FITA 80 centimeter target. That's the round Olympic style targets.
What's FITA? What's it? You remember?
Federal International Target Association, I think it is. Federated International. I think that's what that stands for. I don't know. I probably need to Google that. If I'm wrong, somebody will call and let us know, I'm sure. Shoot 5 arrows in a 3D target kill zone at 20 yards. Anyway, so you can move on and you get these various deals.
So in the study, when you start, let's say you're in the intermediate to advanced, so let's say that I've got the target set in that far corner. What's the distance across here, you think? 60 feet?
Oh, more.
70, 75 feet? What do you think, Scooter?
Well, first of all, when you're doing archery, usually you're talking yards or meters. But,
so will it tell you the level of drop on a certain arrow at a certain pull point on that bow?
Hunting bows will, with sights and pins and all of that. Typically, this type of target archery, including Olympic style or any of the international competition type style, is what's called instinctive shooting. There's no sights. It's kind of like the concept is like throwing a ball. You don't line up sights when you're going to throw a baseball. You just learn and you develop the skill to say, you might, you know, point in your follow through, but you learn the skill to say if you watch and look at your target and you throw the ball, after a little bit of practice, it'll hit your target or get close. So
that's some of the stuff that you can learn
but the concept is still the same. The further it is, the more arc you have to put into that arrow so it will go further, because the arrow is going to drop, and the higher it goes, the further it will go before it does drop. So if you don't create an arc, the arrow is just going to go a certain distance and fall to the ground. Yeah. But if you go up, then it'll. Anyway.
So I want to look at. Okay, so we're under archery, so you can get beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert. So that would be in archery. So if I back this up,
right,
and well, I just get involved in the classroom. Let's see, where'd it go here? Get involved. I just okay. Well, I just
did the same thing, but get involved
in the classroom.
No, first steps in the outdoors.
First step in the outdoors.
Outdoor skills.
And outdoor skills right there. Okay, so now we got archery, conservation, leadership, all of these things that you see on the screen here. So you could get beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert if you took all these classes.
Yes.
Over several years.
And then when you get to the point where you're giving it back, such as taking people hunting or taking them fishing, or now you're teaching others, then we give you the mentor.
That would be so cool.
Mentor rocker. It really is. Now here's why we're doing this. We are painfully aware of how we're losing participation in outdoor sports, whether it's hunting, fishing, wildlife, watching. Now some of these things, they're on the incline, such as paddle sports. There's more paddlers every year than there is the year before.
Paddleboarding?
Paddleboarding,
really?
Canoeing, kayaking, all that sort of thing. Paddleboarding is becoming big.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I had a friend from Yellville that moved over to the East Coast. Gets out in the Atlantic Ocean, off the coast of Virginia. Loves paddleboarding.
I saw a guy going down the White River. He was in a wetsuit.
On a paddleboard?
On a paddleboard.
You're kidding.
That's a little over my head. However, he was having a good time. We talked about it. But the point is, we are trying whatever we can to motivate. We're targeting anybody for this. This is not just for kids, although when you think of patches and giving stuff like that, usually you think of kids. Now, I've introduced this to the kids that Dwayne Hayter is working with over at the church there at CTO. That age group is all over this, man. These kids are salivating.
He does a great job with that. He does fantastic.
I'll tell you what, if we have time, I'll tell you a sidebar about a youth duck hunt that we did with those kids down at down by Brinkley.
That's just right after Christmas, wasn't it?
No, it was the end of January.
Oh, was it?
Actually, yeah, end of January.
Wow.
Anyway, I mean, they're all over this because they're right at that age group. You know, they're in that, young adolescent, 11 to 14.
Yep.
Some of them are older. But anyway, think Scout merit badges when you think this. That's kind of where we got the idea of it. The patches, by the way, I don't know if you can see the quality of the patch, but they're really nice. I mean, they're well made. There's 4 colors, which patch collectors look at the number of colors. 4 is not slouchy. I mean, these are not cheap patches, and they're really nice. I'll let you. Yeah, they are.
This is almost like what you see the policemen wear. The real heavy.
Yep. They're made to a really good level of quality. So, anyway, the whole thing we're trying to do here is get folks out and involved and give them any opportunity we can to try something that they hadn't tried before.
What's the age requirement? Let's start with archery. Can somebody 15 years old start with the
absolutely.
beginner?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no. We're very the only thing we have age restrictions on is you have to be 6 years old to tag large game.
6
years old. And that's a fairly new regulation. The only reason we put that regulation in place is we were getting guys buying hunting licenses for their infant children.
Oh.
And we actually had somebody tag a deer with a tag for an 18-month-old person.
Yeah, well.
So we said, this is crazy. We got to deal with this. So I don't know why 6 was
I can see this program. Can we throw that back up on the screen real quick, Scooter? When we see archery, conservation leadership. So let's start with archery, fishing, say game calling, even shotgun marksmanship. This would be good preteen and teenage programs in the beginner and intermediate stages that they could advance as adults and go on into the expert realm.
You bet.
In the college years.
You bet. Now, we're going to conduct several programs that will be formalized in order to give folks a shot at getting into this. How are we doing on time?
We need to grab a break here in a minute.
Okay. Well, then I'll cover the schedule when we come back. But the whole point is to get folks involved.
You bet.
Or if you are involved at a basic level, to give you an opportunity to know that we'll help you learn how to do this stuff and give you a little incentive as you kind of go along. And then, of course, the big prize is take somebody else. Once you've become really good at something, take somebody fishing, take them hunting, take them shooting, take them to the range, or take them to the 3D archery range, or take them out with a pair of binoculars and show them how to identify different. That's really where we're looking for this. We can't do it all.
We're going to take a quick break. More with Dennis and Arkansas Game and Fish right after this. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
7:50, finishing out the show with Denis Dunderdale, Arkansas Game and Fish.
So we were talking during the break about, adolescents and kids and all that. This isn't just for kids. I mean, you could be a young adult or an older adult, and if you want to try this or get into it, or maybe you already are, pretty good at canoeing, and you want to, you can come in and demonstrate to us that you're already at the advanced level, but you want to get the expert level. That's fine. We are going to be having during the spring break, which is the March 18th, I think, is the first Monday of spring break.
I'll check that while you're talking.
At the Fred Berry Center on Tuesday, because Fred Berry Center is closed, I meant to say that earlier. Their operating days are Tuesday through Saturday. So they're closed on Sunday and Monday. So Tuesday the 19th is the first day they're open that week. We're going to have what we call Outdoor Skills Week. And on Tuesday, we'll have a watchable wildlife workshop for folks that want to get that basic badge. Or if you've already, if you can go beyond that, we'll give you, advanced rockers or whatnot if you can demonstrate that you're there. But the watchable wildlife one will be from 9:30 to 11 in the morning. And then that afternoon, they're going to have one. I love this one. This one is really geared towards birding. Specifically, and it's called Home Tweet Home is the is the name of that program. And Marilyn Duran is the manager at the Fred Berry Center, and she is a very highly accomplished birder, and also very good with watchable wildlife as well. But birding is one of her things, and she's very good at it. And she's also surrounding herself with folks who are, the Audubon people that just live in that world. That will be 12:30 to 2. So Tuesday the 19th, you can get your watchable wildlife and then stick around after lunch. Bring your lunch with you. Make a picnic day out of it. Take a hike between the programs or practice these skills if you want. But anyway, you can get watchable wildlife and birding on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we were going to do Wednesday, but we've had to change it to Thursday. So Thursday the 21st, 9:30 to 11, we're going to do beginning fishing. So you can get your basic or your beginner fishing deal. And then in the afternoon, that's 9:30 to 11. And then from 1 to 2:30, we'll be doing beginning archery. So we'll have an archery class, and then we'll, help folks kind of progress through that. And then that following Saturday, we'll have beginning paddling. Now, we've got 1.5 miles of Crooked Creek on Game and Fish property. So we've got to put in on one end of the property, on the upriver end, and then Kelly's Slab is sort of the takeout. So we'll have a chance to really, kind of give you some really good basic, get you started in the right direction opportunity for all of those things. So there's a chance where you can get, 5? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, watchable wildlife, birding, or Home Tweet Home as we call it.
That is cool.
Beginning fishing, that's Thursday. Beginning archery, that's Thursday afternoon. And then Saturday is beginning paddling. And let's see, I think that covers that for that. Now in September, this is jumping way ahead, but September, and I'm going to have to get the dates. We'll talk about it between now and when that happens. But we're also going to have a Marksmanship Challenge Day, and that will be all about shooting sports where we'll have BB guns and, that sort of thing. So we're going to be hosting opportunities for you to get started in this or for you to progress through this. And during school vacation is a great chance. It's a family event. Come on out, bring the kids. These are not school programs, these are family programs, and we want to kind of get you going. The way it works is if you go to a Fred Berry or one of the other, we're doing this all over the state, by the way. All of the centers are doing these sorts of things. The way that it works, if I say come to your school and I'm going to do, let's say an archery program. if I can do it, I'll bring the patches with me. But in all likelihood, what I'm going to do is bring a little card, which is a voucher, and I'll write your name on it and fill it out. And then you bring that home, and your parents take you to the location, and we'll get you the card that way.
Wouldn't it be cool to have a whole jacket with these things?
Well, actually, we kind of talked when we rolled this out. We kind of talked about that very thing. You know, we haven't got it designed, and we don't know. You know, we haven't worked out the bits and bytes on it just yet. But we are thinking along those lines of, at some point, if you get X number of patches, then you qualify for a vest. You know, and it's, you know, some kind of a field vest or something like that, where you can actually put these on your field vest.
Now, just got confirmation here. We're talking about spring break.
Yep.
West Henderson at Yellowville Summit Schools, March 18 through 22, and the same for Mountain Home Public Schools. So I would assume that Flip and Cotter would be the same.
Yep.
March 18th through the 22nd. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yellowville Summit Schools just got confirmation from Wes Henderson, who's the Yellowville Summit Superintendent, March 18 through 22. So I would assume that Cotter and Flippin would be pretty close to the same thing there. They try to keep it within the same parameters.
There's two more things I want to cover, so I'm going to jump off of the outdoor skills program. Just call me if you have more questions or if you want to find more about this. My phone number is 870-321-5548. Or you can email me, Denis with one N, I know it's different, but DENIS.Dunderdale, just like it sounds, at agfc.ar.gov. And you can find that on the website too. Two other things I want to talk about. We're coming up to the time of year we run into this every spring, where people show up at our doorstep over here at the Mountain Home office or elsewhere, and they've got a baby squirrel, or they've got something, or they've found a baby animal, and they said, well, I found this, I was hiking, and you know, it was abandoned by its mom and all. What should I do with it? Well, first of all, don't do anything with it. Don't pick it up. If it's, in all likelihood, it's not abandoned, first of all. Parents, you know, mothers especially, of these young critters, typically are going to run away when they hear you coming. Their instincts for survival tell them that if they leave and evade the danger of you being there, then that offspring has a much better chance for survival than if they stick around and try to defend it. Okay, so they probably just took off because they heard you coming. However, you know, if it's a roadkill situation, or you see, you know for certain that it's in fact an orphaned or an abandoned animal, we have our website. Oh, I'm going to have to look for it for a second here. But on our website, we have, or you can just call us, we have a whole list of rehabilitators and nuisance trappers, for that matter. If you've got a coon in the yard and you want to get rid of it, or a skunk or something, there are trappers that will trap these. Our agreement is not with the trapper. That's something you work out. We just put a list of them on the website. Same with the rehabilitators. Let them deal with it. In all likelihood, if you pick that baby up and take it home, or bring it to us, or do all these other stuff, it's probably not going to make it. There's a real skill in knowing how to handle an orphaned or an injured animal. So just kind of a word to the wise. We know it happens every year, but you know, leave these critters alone. Especially deer. Good grief, we get more fawn. People showing up with spotted fawn that are days old. You know, we're coming. They're going to be on the ground in a couple of weeks.
That, is there not?
Oh yeah. I
mean, if I were to go in the woods in my backyard and I found, you know. Yeah, leave it alone, because the mom will return, unless you know for a fact that it's laying on the highway.
You can't have captive large game, and there's a list of things you can't have captives of. I don't want to get into that now, but small game, yeah, you can collect them, you know, squirrels and chipmunks and that sort of thing.
Final minute.
Okay. The other thing I want to make sure folks know about, it's a little bit more time for it, but the college scholarship program, we have that, and that's funded through our conservation license plate program. You can find out about it on the Get Involved, just like where we found the other thing, in the classroom under that pull down, and then there's Conservation Scholarship tab under it. And if you touch on that, it'll tell you all of the things you need to know about it. But what's really good about our program that we're really proud of is we require a 2.5 GPA, which is, you know, 2.5. Yeah. Now, a lot of scholarships require a 2.8 or a 3.0. We're not looking for just the brilliant kids. We want to help anybody who's, you know, willing to try. And if you can get a 2.5, we're looking to help. The deadline is, there is a deadline on that. It's June, I want to say, June 20. I'm not going to find it in time here. It's on there, but it's in the middle of June, and we do it that way because school is out and transcripts are posted by that point in time, and you need your transcripts to apply. But the scholarships are there, and they're pretty good money. So, go online and look at that and start thinking about that before it gets too late.
And we got to run.
Again, my phone number, 870-321-5548, and we'll see you the last Wednesday of March.
And we got to run. Bye.